Man, Business TV, you feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now listen, you already know time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that moolah, getting to that guap, stacking that paper, that dough, that mozzarella, but always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex. That time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to all my day one investors. Everybody that's highly invested in the channel understands we are growing this thing organically. Yeah, constant elevation. We on our way to the top, well over 30,000 subscribers. Yeah, we deep over here at Grown Man Business TV. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube. Grown Man Business TV. Hey, listen, man, I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in this lane. And if you merge into this lane, we gonna crash out. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Look, wipe your feet off when you walk into the big house. Show some love, show some respect. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing every time we go live here at Grown Man Business TV. Being as though I'm giving you that straight pure dope right off the brick into the bottles. Yeah. Straight off the brick into the bottles. That's how I'm giving it to you. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, y'all see the thumbnail, right? You know, y'all see the title, the symbolism in the halftime show with Kendrick Lamar. Now, it's a lot to talk about. It's a lot to go into. It get deep, it get wicked. It's always deeper than rap. And, you know, we're going to break this thing down because it's deeper than Kendrick Lamar. It's deeper than Drake. Yeah, we're going to talk about Drizzy Drake in this situation. We're going to talk about BBL Drizzy, but we're going to speak on Drizzy in a manner that you don't hear anybody talking about. We're going to speak about Drake in a manner that you don't hear anybody speaking on because this is Grown Man Business TV, and we are always scratching the surface, man. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, you already know. Let me handle some analytics. Let me handle some analytics. How did y'all like the halftime show? Y'all liked it? Did y'all rock with it? I mean, how did y'all feel about it? Big salute to the chat. We're going to handle some analytics, you know, because it's a couple of things we always got to do before we get into the live chat. It's always a couple of things I got to take care of before we step into this pure dope, this information. Oh, yeah, we going to talk. Big salute to the chat. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to get in here. Yeah, and, you know, let me handle something. Let me do some customization. Let me do some customization. You feel what I'm saying now? You already know. Bam, it's right there at the bottom of the chat. You gonna hit the like button. You gonna hit the subscribe button if you want to talk to Grown Man Business TV. You know what I'm saying? Don't wonder why when you doing your Twitter fingers, it ain't popping up. You know what I mean? If you want to give me your opinion, if you want to hop in the chat, if you want to talk this and you want to talk that, you got to hit the subscribe button. You don't get to talk to G&B TV for free, homie. Yeah. This ain't a charity case. It's pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles, and you going to pay for it. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you locked in and make sure your notification bells are ringing. Yeah, we don't want your Twitter fingers all in the chat. See, when I used to let you put your Twitter fingers all in the chat, you was trying to, you was trying to distract the message. Oh, it's a message in the madness. Any and everybody in these YouTube streets know when I get up on this live stream, I ain't just talking to be talking. It's game being given out. So hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'm going to give y'all a few more minutes to flood this chat, but you already know how we giving it up. Kendrick Lamar, King Kendrick. You know, it's a lot of different and mixed reviews what I'm seeing. It's a lot of mixed reviews what I'm seeing when it come to the halftime show, when it come to, you know, what went down last night. If you ask Grown Man Business TV, it was epic. If you ask me, it was epic, homie, because I could see through the smoke and mirrors. I'm one of the people that can see what's going on. I'm one of the 5%. So when I looked at what happened last night on that halftime show, it was epic. It gave me goosebumps, homie. I mean, you know, real is going to recognize real, and steel is only going to sharpen steel. And what I watched last night, what I was able to witness last night was steel sharpening steel. And I want to give a big salute to K. Dot. I want to give a big salute to Jay-Z. Yeah, you know, one of the biggest puppets in the game. One of the biggest puppets in the game. You already know I done said what I said about Jay-Z. Always been a fan of the lyrics when it come to Jay-Z. But I understand that he's being moved by the higher-ups and the elites. But with things that happened last night with that halftime show, you know, it might be a method to the madness on what Jay-Z got going on. So big salute to Hova. I got to give him his respect and I got to give him his props on what he constructed last night. A lot of people was underwhelmed. A lot of people felt like they wasn't entertained. Well, what I'm here to tell you is that was not for your entertainment, homie. Let me say that again for the people in the back, for the ones who didn't hit the subscribe button and y'all can't use your Twitter fingers. That halftime performance last night was not for your entertainment. If they wanted to entertain you, they would have got Sexy Red up there. They would have had Glorilla shaking ass up there. So you got to understand something. That halftime show was not for your entertainment, homie. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And yes, the revolution will be televised. The revolution will be televised. So anybody that's saying that they wasn't entertained, anybody that's saying that they was underwhelmed is letting you know that they are sheep in the field. They are sheep in the pasture. They can't see through the smoke and mirrors. They want to be entertained. You know, they want somebody to buck dance and pop ass and, you know, twerk for them. They want to be entertained. Well, this ain't time for entertainment, homie. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deep in the rap. And this is not the time for entertainment. Oh, yeah, we're going to break this down. And after we talk about the halftime show, after we talk about K-Dot, Samuel L. Jackson, after we really break down the significance of what happened last night on that NFL Super Bowl halftime show, I'm going to give you a synopsis and some context on BBL Drizzy. I'm going to give you an angle and a perspective that nobody is telling you when it come to BBL Drizzy. Oh, it's a deep one too. You might want to stick around for it. Got all these dudes talking about, yo, G&B, it was whack. We wasn't entertained. Well, this wasn't for your entertainment, homie. This was a declaration of war. We was looking at a declaration of war last night. That wasn't something that, we wasn't putting Kendrick Lamar on the stage to buck dance for you, homie. We wasn't putting King Kendrick on the stage to entertain you. That was a declaration of war. And guess what? You better know something. The higher-ups and the elites heard it loud and clear. Yeah, the 65% of that audience was Caucasian males, mid-age Caucasian males. They heard that message loud and clear. Oh, let me give you some game all the way to Donald Trump standing there at attention. Donald Trump heard the message loud and clear. Big salute to the chat, man. Hit that like button and stop playing with it. Stop playing with this information. Kendrick Lamar was not put on stage to entertain you. You want to be entertained, you go to Kamala Dick Harris presidential run. You want to be entertained, you go see Kamala Harris out there in Atlanta with Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla and Cardi B. You want to be entertained, that's what you go get. But when you declaration of war, when you are telling the people what we are ready for, you go get K-Dot. Now, let's really talk about this. I had to throw that out there. I had to throw that out there because it seemed like it went over y'all's heads and under y'all bridges when y'all came to the Super Bowl halftime show looking for entertainment. In a time like this, in the day and age we live in America, with everything that's going on, you dudes wanted to be entertained. It's nasty work. And the last thing I'm going to do is let you misconstrue what they did with that halftime show. Oh, yeah, they put it in your face, homie. They put it in your face. So many different symbolisms, so many different signs, so many different messages in that halftime show. I mean, all the way from the A minor chain. Big salute to Kendrick Lamar, King Kendrick. We gonna stand on that business when it come to FBA business. We gonna stand on business when it come to FBA culture. All the way down to the A minus chain. You dudes lackluster. You know, your intellectual Rolodex is short. Your mental capacity is not that high. A lot of you dudes ain't fit for war. A lot of you dudes is gonna be in the house with the wife and the kids when it's wartime because you can't even see through the smoke and mirrors. All the way down to the A minor change. Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we did that. We did that. So before we go into this next angle, I need you to know something. If you was looking to be entertained last night, you ain't fit for war. If you didn't understand it, that was a declaration of war. You ain't fit for war. If you don't understand it, we don't need you to understand it. I'm telling you, every white man in that crowd understood what was going on. Every higher up in elite felt like they got bamboozled. Yo, we done brought Jay-Z in here. We done gave him a position, and he gonna do this to us? Oh yeah, they knew what was going all the way down to Donald Trump saluting. Donald Trump know what he need to do. We gonna give you a year or so, Donald Trump, but you know you need to spread that paper out. Make America great for whatever you think that is, and then we gonna spread that paper out to the people that built America. Hey, salute to the chat, man. Hit that like button. We gonna talk. That was a declaration of war. And because I'm a war general, I loved it. Because I'm a war general, I understood exactly what I was looking at, and I loved it. Oh yeah, you see the jersey. We also was going for Philadelphia. You know, I made a lot of money out there in Philly. I made a lot of money out there in the brotherly love, you know, the city of brotherly love. I know all about Center City. I know all about, you know, Germantown, South Philly, North Philly. So when it come down to it, I'm Allen Iverson, Mike Vick, Virginia. We made a staple in Philadelphia, just like we made a staple in the hip hop and the culture. This big Virginia, homie. Even though you see the Phillies jersey, this is big 757. So salute to the Philadelphia Eagles. Salute to Kansas City. Salute to the gladiator games they used to distract us. Oh, they thought we was distracted, and yes, we was distracted. But when we got dudes like Kendrick Lamar making sure that the message is heard loud and clear on the biggest stage in the world. Oh yeah, it was a powerful message, homie. It was a powerful message. Big salute to the chat, man. I wanna, you know, we gonna talk. We gonna let a couple of things play. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get right into it. You already know how we giving it up. Hit the like button. 350 people in the live chat. And y'all here to get this game. Y'all here to get, yeah, pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottles, homie. Yeah, big salute to the chat. We gonna talk. Yeah, war general. I'm a war general. So I know when it's a call for war. I know when it's a declaration of war. And what you got to understand is America is watching. Everybody in America. Not just the higher ups and the elites. All the immigrants. I'm talking the Mexicans, the Ukrainians, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, the Latinos. They all want our spot. They all want what we have built on American soil. Then the problem is, it's nothing you could do to take it. It's nothing you could do to take it. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, and you need to know something. The revolution will be televised. And I'm going to talk about that. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button. Let's listen in. Salute to the chat.
Halftime show was a masterclass of symbolism. Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam wasn't random. Kendrick was setting the stage to call out America's system. Then he says the revolution is about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. A direct nod to Gil Scott-Heron, telling us that change is coming. Then the dancers moving counterclockwise, Showtime reversing, undoing the system. Then they form an American flag during Humble, exposing the nation's contradictions. And Kendrick performing Not Like Us, a Drake diss right in front of Trump, that wasn't just about Drake. It was a message to those in power who manipulate and divide. Then the game over being displayed wasn't the end of the show. That was Kendrick saying that the old system is done.
Now I want to say something real fast because I'm not gonna let him talk again. I didn't, I'm gonna let something else play, but I want to say this: that young man's voice wasn't powerful enough for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. A lot of you dudes is doing your blogs inside of your girlfriend house. A lot of you dudes is at your mama house. A lot of you dudes is faking the fraud and faking the funk. And I ain't gonna lie to you. When I like what he was saying, but I didn't like how demure his voice was. Yo, buck your voice up, young man. Now, I'm gonna tell you how, and I'm gonna say it how it need to be said. You got Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam. You got a black man. When the last time have you ever seen a black man representing Uncle Sam in America? That was powerful right there. That right there was the beginning. That was the beginning of the war call. You think those people didn't see that? You think that those people in that crowd, you think the higher-ups and the elites did not see a full-on black man representing Uncle Sam? And he was talking that talk and he was walking that walk. All right? Now, let's go a little deeper. One of the first things that Kendrick Lamar said was, the revolution will be televised. Now, just like you, I've always heard that the revolution will not be televised. Well, that was back in 1960 and 1950 and 1970s and all that. And what you got to understand is back in those days, the television was a luxury of being in the house. You could only watch television if you was one of the dudes or one of the people that had the luxury of staying in the house. But when you was a warrior, when you was a war general, you had to be outside. All our life, even in the 80s, in the 90s, you had to be outside if you wanted to be hands-on. So the television was not a luxury. The revolution was not going to be on television because everybody that was fighting was outside. I'm trying to give you some game on this. So now when you hear Kendrick Lamar say the revolution will be televised, well, guess what? We living in a day and age where you got the telephone in your hand every day. It's a TV, it's a television in your hand every second of the day. I'm giving you this pure dope straight off the brick into the bottle on a television, a mini television. So now that we got this technology, now that we are on our phones 24 hours a day, the revolution will be televised. It doesn't matter if you're in the war or out the war. You're going to be able to see. You're going to be able to partake. You're going to be able to participate and fight for this. The revolution will be televised. It will be televised, homie. And that was one of the first things that K-Dot said on that stage. And you need to know something. I know you wanted to be entertained. But yeah, them white people heard that. The higher-ups and the elites, they heard that. Donald Trump, he heard that. Now, it's going to get a little deeper. The young man, he was talking real low. His voice was very demure, if you could see it, but the live just went black on me. I don't know if you understand that the higher-ups and the elites are paying attention, and ain't nobody going to give you this game the way I'm giving it to you. They're going to be talking like homie. They're going to be talking demure like that little dude we were just listening to. Lately, they've been playing with the chat. Lately, they've been playing with the connection, and it don't matter. The message will come across however you want it. The revolution will be televised. Now, I want to play a little more for you. I want you to be able to get... Now, this young lady right here, she has a deeper voice and a louder voice than that young man right there. And that's sad to see, homie. When you got a woman right here that's going to speak more in depth than you as a man. You might want to go somewhere where you can stream out loud, where you can talk out loud. You know what I mean? Stand on business. Last but not least, he was speaking about the counterclockwise. You know, these guys were moving in counterclockwise. You know, they had all of these different men in red, white, and blue as the American flag. And they was doing all this different movement showing you the American flag divided and the American flag together, united. They was moving in counterclockwise to show you the unraveling of America, the unraveling of the matrix of the system that we in. Everything when it come to Kendrick Lamar is strategically put in place. That's one thing I love about him. That's one thing that's one thing I admire about the artistry when it comes all the way down to the A minor chain. The majority of y'all didn't even understand to know that that chain, a lowercase a, means A minor. A minor. It's going to baby girl, all right? Oof. A minor. All the way down to the chain. All right? But we're going to get a little deeper into this. Big salute to the chat, man. Hit the like button, man. Stop playing with the like button, too. 600 people in here. 600 people in the room already. Direct to consumer. I'm speaking to the television, but we ain't telling no lies over here. This phone, this smartphone is a miniature television, but we ain't telling no lies over here. OG Bobby Johnson, I see you in the chat. You know, Real is gonna recognize Real, and y'all need to know something. Last night's halftime show was not here to entertain you. That was a message to FBA people. That was a declaration of war to the American soil and the establishment. That was telling black people to unite, homie. Get on code. It's coming. Everything you've been asking for, everything you thought was coming is on its way. It's getting deep, it's getting wicked, and it's always gonna be deeper than rap. And I feel you. It's a ritual. It's always been a ritual. It's always been gladiators like Rome, you know what I'm saying, to keep the people and to keep the citizens from thinking about paying all these taxes. But you got to know something. That was different last night. That wasn't your typical halftime show. That wasn't your typical Beyonce. That wasn't your everyday Glorilla or your everyday Sexy Red popping ass and popping coochie in front of all those white people. That wasn't that. That was something different if you like it or not. That was something different if you like it or not, my G. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Hit that like button, man. 600 and some odd people in here.
That they could understand. So they were screaming DEI higher because their conception of DEI higher is that if you're black and qualified, you don't deserve a job. If you're white and unqualified, you do. And throughout this performance, Kendrick Lamar basically schooled them on so much. Just remember, these people are sitting in a stadium watching the NFL, which is 53% Black American compared to 14.4% of the general population. And they're fine to watch that, to watch the physical labor of African American. And here you have a halftime show where the intellectual labor of African American is being showcased. And every element was something they should have probably understood in school, but he made it clear. Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam is clearly a dual reference to the expected minstrelly the American society has to black men, and the fact that this country was built by black bodies in slavery. But he doesn't make it subtle.
Too reckless, too ghetto. Mr. Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? Then tighten up.
And he's not talking about Super Bowl, he's talking the game of America.
40 acres and a mule is bigger than the music.
All the promises of America, including in Reconstruction, 40 acres and a mule to anybody who had been enslaved, are constantly being reneged. And yet African Americans are playing the game of American succeeding. And it is not just for white America, but all of America. The symbolism of both this game and the prison. We've locked ourselves into this game. We put ourselves in a win-lose state, and we could all lose because we could have started, but we chose to be divided. And remember, the American flag is not just propaganda. It is often used as a critical tool in discussing the country we're in. And listen, this is a country that is not always going to march in the same direction. Notice here, the blue shirted people are not here. So you see where he's going to perform is just a segment of the overall community. And why is that? Why are we divided? Like fools, we focused on the wrong thing. But and while the flag is divided, while the nation is divided, change is still coming. They cannot stop it. So it is the end. Game over.
Woo. That was powerful right there. I want to break some of that down, right? Because I know it went over y'all head and under y'all bridge. But did y'all notice that every time it was an aerial view, an aerial shot, an aerial show, it looked like a game controller? It looked just like a video game controller, showing you that we are living in a matrix. We are living in a simulation. This is a game being played by the higher ups and the elites. I mean, so many different symbols, so many different variations letting us know exactly what time it is. Listen, man, Lil Wayne, you could never have done that. The last thing we needed you to do is get your high ass on stage, pop locking and dropping it in front of all those people, making us look like dope heads and making us look, making us look inferior. That's the last thing we needed. I don't care if it was New Orleans, California, or Canada. The last thing we needed was Lil Wayne, high on lean, high on weed, up there popping and talking about licking it like a lollipop and all that. See, Lil Wayne, what you don't understand is you talking about licking it like a lollipop plays into the agenda. You talking about licking it like a lollipop is talking to those people. You understand? We don't want to hear a grown man talking about licking it like a lollipop. This is not the day and age we living in. So Lil Wayne, man, sit your little ass down, homie. Yeah. Let's keep it 100, man. Sit your little ass down before I make change, Lil Wayne. Respectfully. This is for the big dogs, man. This is not for the puppies. If you're eating puppy chow and kibbles and bits and all that, this ain't for you. So I gotta salute Jay-Z on that as well, man. Last thing we needed was a high Lil Wayne running around the stage talking about lick me like a lollipop. Lick me like a lollipop. Lick me. Come on, so who you talking to? This ain't the nah. We ain't going for that. We ain't going for it. Yeah, America was built on the back of black people. Let me break this down. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. You know, this halftime show was depicting and showing everybody in that audience what they already know. What they already know to be reality, what they already know to be true. We built this country. We knitted the flag. We did it all. We built the White House. We cropped the land. We made, come on, son. The shirt you got on your back, yeah, that's cotton that my ancestors put their hands on. And you need to know something. The Super Bowl is just an auction block. A dressed up auction block. What do you mean by that, GMB TV? Well, y'all remember back in the day. Let's start right here. In the audience of the Super Bowl, 65% of the audience are middle-aged white men. 65 to 75% of the Super Bowl audience are white men, Caucasian men between the ages of 24 and 38. Because these are the majority of men that can afford these expensive ass tickets. So the Super Bowl is always highly dense with Caucasian people, respectfully. And not just Caucasian people, but, white men, middle age, between the ages of 24 and 38. Now that we know that the majority of the crowd are a certain demographic of white men, let's talk about the players in the field. 95% of the players in the NFL are black men. So let's break this down. You got middle-aged white men paying to see strong, young, athletic, muscle-bound black men play football. This is the same thing they used to do in slavery at the auction block. When they used to, like the combine, when they used to put that big LeBron James type black man, 6'9", 320-pound, all muscle, they used to put him up on that block, and they used to say, who wants to look at this guy? And they used to, hey man, god damn, did you see that nad right there? Woo. Did you see that boy right there? That boy was, he looked like LeBron James. Yeah. He's that's a biggin right there. So we can build the country, but we you don't want to pay what's due, but you want to come and watch black men, muscle-bound black men, throw a football, catch a football, and play a sport for you. The same thing, a lot of the white men, a lot of the people that was at these auction blocks, they wasn't slave owners. They couldn't afford slaves. They was just white people that would come and enjoy seeing different black people, black women, black children, LeBron James and Michael Jordan and all that, up on the auction block. And they'd stay there for hours. Hey, Billy, who we got next? Oh, that's a big man right there. That's a biggin. That boy is big. Woo. If I had the money, I'd buy him. Oh, did you see the arms on that biggin right there? Did you see the legs? So, being as though when you are enlightened, you know this. When you are enlightened, you can see this. Now you got to understand how powerful that halftime show was. When you got 60 to 75% of the crowd are middle-aged white men who can afford $2,000 seats, $3,000 seats, $10,000 seats at the Super Bowl. And then you got a field full of black men running around, throwing pigskin and all of that. And then you get a halftime show. We done watched 2 quarters. We done got full, we need a break. And now you got a halftime show with a young Kendrick Lamar talking that talk. The game is over. We all saw that. You thought he was talking to Drake. You thought that was meant for Drake. Well, that wasn't meant for Drake. That was meant for the establishment. That was meant for what's going on in the Matrix. We are almost there, homie. There's no way around it. It's no way around what's happening. And it's all circled around FBA culture. Everything that's going on with the Mexicans, everything that's going on with the Ukrainians, everything that's going on with the immigrants is circled around what has already happened to FBA culture on American soil. Oh yeah, we gonna talk about it. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, but it has to be talked about. It has to be said. It has to be, because you need to know something. When you don't break these things down, you're gonna get men like this talking. And I want y'all to listen to them very clearly. Salute to the chat, hit the like button.
This is how you rock the stage. Because the 50 gave you the alley-oop, and you didn't come back to YouTube and have 3,200 people within the first 15 minutes watching you. I don't know what you're doing. What you gonna do when these Hulkamaniacs run wild on you? I don't think you understand the swag with this nigga. I didn't come here to ask nobody for nothing. 50 paved the way. He showed me. Better yet, just call me a Viking. Hassan Campbell, the new colonizer. Yeah. Hassan Campbell, the new colonizer. Hassan Campbell, the new colonizer. No. Hassan Campbell, the new colonizer. No. Black men beg. White men take. I'm the new white man. Men beg. White men take. I'm the new white man. I don't know what you're doing.
When you don't have game giving up like this, like Grown Man Business TV, you're going to have dudes like Hassan Campbell talking about he the new colonizer. He a white man. He a Viking. So it's mandatory that I give y'all this game, homie. It's mandatory that I break down what we watched. A declaration of war on primetime television. Because, We got dudes out here that think they the colonizer. We got dudes out here that want to be the colonizer. Let's look a little bit deeper into this, man. Let's look a little bit deeper into this. Now, I really want y'all to, pay attention to what you're seeing. Don't let it go over your head or under your bridge. You're going to have the real and you're going to have the fake. And you pick a side, man. You're going to have the truth and you're going to have the lies. You're going to pick a side, man. You're going to have FBA business, FBA culture, or you're going to have dudes talking about they the colonizer and all that, asking you to fund a war. What war are we funding, Haas? Because you want to be a colonizer. Put two and two together, connect the dots. Every time you give them some paper, every time you send a super chat, you funding the other side. You funding the colonizer. Pay attention. Salute to the chat, man. 700 people in here. Hit the like button.
So as I said before, the colors in this performance were very significant. Not only did he unite the Crips and the Bloods during this performance to combat a common enemy, which is Drake, a Canadian, there are also many times in which it's used to represent patriotism. The flag splits, showing the division of Americans in this country. Also, really important to note that his saying the revolution will be televised, you picked the right time but the wrong guy, while also signaling a warning to his audience to pay attention to what's to come, and that he is basically the person who is willing to do what a lot of people won't do in this position on the biggest stage in the country. He's also paying respect to the revolution will not be televised by Gil Scott-Heron. A couple things that I forgot to mention in my last video regarding the significance of Serena Williams doing the Crip Walk is that in 2012, when she did this during one of her games, she received a lot of criticism and controversy for it. This is an example of her reclaiming her power, not only because of that, but also she was the ex of Drake. So she's also getting a little bit of a lick back. I also think it's very important to note what the game represents in this performance, because not only is it at one of the biggest games in the country, the Super Bowl, the actual stage itself is a video game controller.
A video game controller. Yo, I know y'all didn't see that. I know y'all didn't recognize that. I'm sure you can see me, but the screen just went black again when I'm pointing out the controller, the video game controller. Why does nobody really want to know the truth when they put it right in your face every time? They forcing you to look at it. You thought that was a coincidence? It's a video game controller. They black out the whole arena and they light up the stage and it resembles a video game controller. What are we talking about? What are we doing? All we got to do is take over the game. The same way we play all these, listen, I understand everybody likes sports, but you got to ask yourself, why in the most popular sports, the majority of the players are black men? That's not by coincidence. The same way this controller is not by coincidence. We've been played like PlayStation. We've been being played like Xbox. We've been being played the whole time. But at the end of the day, we are so resilient. We are so resilient as a people, homie. They can't stop us. Think about what's going on. Everything we done been through as a people. All the obstacles that been put in front of our path to success, our path to wealth. Bro, I could go down the list. Redlining, Jim Crow, slavery, discrimination, the war on drugs, burning down all our community. What are we talking about? We still making billionaires. A lot of us is still living better than you. It's a lot of us living better than you. And what you got to know is it's all a game. So before you was worried about being entertained, I'm just going to show you why the last thing you should be asking for is entertainment. Oh, because they'd give you entertainment. They would have had Sexy Red up there, half naked. They would have had, what's the girl named Doechii? You see the shorty Doechii at the Grammys? How she ripped all her clothes off and ran around that stage half naked? Oh, they'll entertain you if that's what you want. We not asking for entertainment, homie. That was a declaration of war. Let's let my man finish. Hit the like button, man. 700 in here. Hit the like button.
Which blew my fucking mind. The game is referenced as a metaphor multiple times in this performance. Performance even ends with game over. Not to mention the way that Uncle Sam uses it for respectability, politics, and how you play the game in America to fit in and get ahead. Try to rig the game, but you can't fake the influence. Basically, they're not like us, babes. You can try to take the sauce, but you can't make the dish. Also, let's not forget the 40 acres and a mule. Essentially, the promise that was given to African Americans after the Civil War. The promise was to provide land and resources to help free people achieve economic independence, which clearly was never fulfilled. By the way, he did all this with Donald Trump in attendance. There's a lot to break down. This performance is one of a fucking lifetime. Kendrick did exactly what he needed to do and then some. Also, I feel like this performance in a lot of ways was telling African American people to get ready and to understand what is going to come and to resist, and that we have to have each other more than ever.
Man, you know, like I said, I gotta say, man, when I watched it, I recorded it. You could, you know, it's a live stream. I think the last one that I did, I was, you know, I went out, you know, I had some hookah, you know what I'm saying, had some wings and fries, enjoyed the environment, and I watched this performance, and it really struck a nerve in me because you understand, I already know what I'm looking at. You know, I'm waiting for the they not like us, just like everybody else. But you got to understand something. It was really everything around that made the most sense to me. It was everything around that song, everything that he did in the introduction and around they not like us, around us waiting for it. You know, I was proud that he did the song. You know, it really made me proud that he stood on that kind of business. That he didn't bend, break, and fold to the establishment or to Drake or to a lawsuit or to beat, whatever. You want to get a lawyer involved, let's do the lawyer thing. But we going to perform that song. And we going to take direct shots at you. Direct shots. These are not subliminals. Try to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. Now that's going to lead me into Drake. But I want to stay right here. No longer are we looking to be entertained, man. It's time to really start putting a boot on the neck of entertainment. You understand? We need to bring shame back. When I was growing up, young women had shame. It's something called shame. It's not something that has to be explained. Some things, you know, don't have to be explained, homie. When it's real, we don't got to go over it. You know, my daughter, it's a certain shame. I don't have to say it. She know not to wear certain clothes. She know not to move a certain way. She know not to post a certain thing because she don't want me to look down on her in shame. We got to bring shame back. So entertainment right now is shameful. These women are shameless. Entertainment, these women are shameless. That's why they always feel like they got to be naked. What are we doing, homie? Your daddy letting you do that? Yo, some of these artists have fathers, and they fathers are cool with it because the money is coming in. I'm going to turn that money down every time, son. You on YouTube, you on Instagram, you on these things shaking your ass with a thong on or something like that, and you come home with that money, you keep that money. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, keep that money. I'm good. Oh, Dad, I bought you a Ferrari, and I'm good. Matter of fact, I'm going to sell the Ferrari. I keep that money. Oh, Dad, I bought you a Porsche. I know that's your dream car. Oh, yeah, I want that Porsche 911 real bad. Oh, I dream about that Porsche 911. That's my favorite car. That's what I want. But if you got to shake ass to get it, I'm going to sell it. I don't want it. I won't drive it. We got to bring shame back into the culture. Y'all too worried about being entertained. You know, your boy always saying, are you not entertained? Nah, homie, I'm not entertained. The Realest on this app. It's a reason it's 700 and some odd people in the chat right now. It's a reason for that. Now, salute to Kendrick Lamar. Salute to Jay-Z for orchestrating that. I got to give Jay-Z his props for that. I don't know exactly what he got going on with the higher ups and the elites. I know that he is a puppet, but I gotta salute. I gotta salute that. You know how easy it would have been to have Glorilla and Sexy Red and Ice Spice and Dolce all on the stage with SZA all at the same time, assed out. Yeah, I rock with SZA. That's my favorite female artist, but she be assed out. You know, I almost forget she can sing real good. I almost forget because she's assed out. Instagram ass out, homie. You know how easy it would have been to get that going and get a million, 100 million views because all these black women. But then when you put Taylor Swift on the stage, she ain't assed out. You put one of these country singers on the stage, they ain't assed out. It's only black women that are shameless in entertainment. Caitlin Clark, she ain't assed out. Angel Reese is assed out though. The black girl she got her ass out. She half naked. I ain't seen Caitlin Clark with a thigh out. I ain't seen her thighs yet. Taylor Swift always presentable. Salute to Kendrick Lamar for keeping that at a bare minimum. If you paid attention, SZA had pants on. It wasn't a lick of ass out on that stage, and I know she wish she could have had her. I know how she liked to do. But if you notice, Kendrick Lamar wasn't having that. She literally was fully covered up. SZA, for once, was fully covered. It's bigger than entertainment, sweetheart. Pull your pants up. We ain't really, this bigger than you shaking your ass. This is a declaration of war. And we can't give a declaration of war and you got your ass and your titties out. Sorry, this ain't the time for that. I know. Go to Instagram if you want to do that. Go over there. That's where you popping at. Go to Instagram and all that. SZA be having 1 million to 2 million views with that ass out. You better know it. You better know one or two of them pictures, that ass gonna be out. Shameless. Shameless. So salute to Jay for standing on that business. You know, we got to give props when the props is due. Salute to Kendrick for standing on that business. Salute to Donald Trump for saluting that business. This is foundational black America. This is foundational black authority. This is the culture. Now, let's go a little bit deeper. Let's go a little bit deeper. Because again, you know, the Super Bowl is a ritual that's performed every year. And listen, I tell y'all all the time, every celebrity, I don't care who it is, to a certain extent, are puppets for the higher ups and the elites. They are doing something. They are pushing an agenda. They are somehow being pulled by strings. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Prove me wrong, and I rock with that. So that includes Kendrick Lamar, and that includes Drake. Now, what I'm realizing is a lot of y'all don't really understand what's going on with Drake. A lot of y'all don't really understand the depths of what's going on with BBL Drizzy. Drake went through the door a long time ago with that blackface. That's why I put it in the thumbnail. You know, in case y'all didn't see the thumbnail when y'all came in here, this is when Drake went through the door. Right here. When Drake put this blackface on and he put that lipstick on his mouth, Aubrey Graham went through the door. There was no coming back once he did this. This is when the Jews like Lucia, the dude, you know, Lucia and them dudes, the higher ups and the elites in the music industry, this is where those guys took a notice to Drake. This is where they understood that Drake was a puppet. All right? Now, let's fast forward. Drake, you know, he get into the industry. He get with Lil Wayne. You know, he start making a name for himself. He start doing his thing. He starts making, you know, lead way in the industry, right? Hold on, let me make sure I got this on track. I want to make sure I got this. He starts making leeway in the industry. He starts making waves. Now you got these Jewish people like Lucia and Universal Records, right? Universal, they are giving Drake $400 million up front, $300 million up front. And Drake has built up his catalog to the point where now he is in position to ask for about $1 billion up front. Drake, before him going to war with Kendrick Lamar, was on the path to make about $1 billion up front. Oh, and he was going to let y'all know about that billion. He was going to make y'all eat that. Okay? So Drake was going to be the highest grossing rapper. Not Jay-Z, where you got different streams of income that make you a billionaire. That's not the same. Drake was going to be the highest grossing rapper off of rap music alone when he renegotiated his contract that was coming up. Okay? Now follow me on this. I want y'all to really follow me on this. Drake goes to war with Kendrick Lamar. The higher ups in the elites like Lucia, they see an opportunity to smear Drake's image and smear his integrity in the music industry to stop him from being able to negotiate for $1 billion. This is the part y'all didn't get. This is the part that went over your head. And listen, I'm with Kendrick Lamar. I'm rocking with FBA culture, but you got to understand why Drake initially sued Universal Music Group. Listen to me. Drake sued Universal Music Group because they put a they funded the whole pedophile situation. They funded the A minor situation. They did anything possible to decrease the value of Drake's catalog and to decrease the value of Drake as a entity. Now, in the beginning, they didn't know what was going on. They see two of their artists going back and forth. They say, hold on, let's see how this plays out. Because maybe Drake wins. And if Drake wins, we're going to have to give him that billion. We're going to give him that billion. And then we're going to elevate him so we can make 10 billion. But we're going to give him that Billy. But if Drake loses, he's done. If Drake loses, he's done. He won't even be able to negotiate for 200 million. He won't even be able to negotiate for $1 million or $500,000 because we don't know if you're going to even be able to make it back because your stock is dropped, homie. Your stock is going too low. That's why Drake sued Universal Music Group. But now let's get a little bit deeper into this. Because Kendrick Lamar, he did what he was supposed to do. He smoked Drake boots, but now he's being used. Now he's being used to stop any other artist from ever being able to reach that plateau. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Do you understand that Drake was in renegotiations with Universal, and if they didn't give him $1 billion or $2 billion, he would have went independent? And do you know what would happen if Drake actually goes independent? The music industry is fucking over. It's a wrap. It's over if Drake goes independent and starts dropping his music under his own umbrella and nobody else can eat. The music business is over once Drake does that, and he knows it. So to a certain extent, I want to be honest with you. To a certain extent, Drake is trying to push the industry forward. He's trying to take the game away from the higher ups and the elites. He's trying to take the power away from Lucia, away from the Jewish, away from the people that are manipulating and bamboozling the culture. But you need to know something, Drizzy. I got to be honest. The revolution is bigger than that. The revolution is bigger than what you're trying to do. The revolution is bigger than that. At this point, it don't matter if you take it or leave it. We are going to war behind this. 950 people in the live chat. Hit the like button. I'm sorry to tell Drake, it don't matter, homie. It don't matter if you go to, it don't matter what you do. At this present point, it's FBA business over everything. It's FBA culture over everything. If you wanted to do this, Drizzy Drake, you should have did this 5 years ago. You should have stood up for the culture 10 years ago. You should have stood up for the culture when you was at the top of the mountain. See, that's where a lot of you celebrities mess up. Y'all get to the top of the mountain and y'all forget about the culture. And soon as it's a decline, now you trying to change the game. You don't believe what I'm saying? I'm gonna let Russ explain it to you. I'm gonna let an artist that has made millions of dollars in the industry explain this. It's deeper than rap. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And now Kendrick Lamar, for the revolution, is being used as a tool to destroy one of the biggest pop stars we have ever seen in our life. Drake is not a hip-hop artist. He is a pop star constructed by the higher-ups and the elites. A half black and half Jewish. He's half black and he's half Jewish. He grew up in a Jewish community. He learned how to move like us, how to talk like us, how to walk like us, and he went to the highest level. And now it's either going to be checkmate or it's going to be game over. And you saw what they did at the Super Bowl. Game over. Oh, it's going to be a checkmate by Drake, or it's going to be game over by the higher-ups and the elites. And thanks to Kendrick Lamar, Drizzy Drake is game over. You want to do something for the culture, but they got pictures of you in blackface. I'm just telling you, Drizzy, I know what you was trying to do. But those pictures in blackface, that shit ain't going nowhere. It ain't no way around that. Big salute to the chat. 887 people in the chat. Let's let Russ tell you what's going on. Hit the like button. I need 300 likes in here.
If Drake goes independent, this whole industry gets turned upside down. Watch this, bro. Drake uploads God's Plan on a digital distributor for whatever money it is, less than $10, right? Fine, you pay for the beat, 10, 20, 30, 40K, whatever it is. Pay for it to get mixed, 4 racks, cool. So you're all in, tops 50K, tops. That song, you owning it forever and getting paid weekly on it, bro, you're making $1 million a week off of that song. Like, life. It's like different. If Drake right now, completely independent, if Drake right now posts a link on a picture on the gram of his new album, link in bio, fuck a link in bio, new album out, fully independent, Drake will make $10 million a week for fucking 60 weeks. You know, it's like insane.
Drake is about to get the biggest bag in the history of the music business by far.
He should.
Because, well, A, he should, and B, they don't want that to happen. Because the day that happens, you might as well close the business down. Drake goes independent, the music business is over. If Drake goes independent, the music...
If Drake goes in...
Woo. Hey, listen. I want to give y'all some context to what you just heard, right? God's plan. God's plan. They say that I'm easy, but I'm not. They say that I'm with it, but I'm not. I don't like to do it when I drop. Get it in, I got God's plan. God's plan. That song is making the higher-ups and the elites $10 million a week. That song is making these people so much money, and I'm talking lifelong money. This song has been used in movies. This song can be licensed out. This song can be manipulated and monetized in so many different ways. So imagine Drake going independent at the height of his career. Drake going independent at the height of the machine working for him. And he drops God's plan. God's plan. They say that it is it, but it's not. And nobody got their hand in the pot. Not one Jewish person, not one higher up in elite got their fucking hand in the pot of that. billions of dollars he could make. Billions on his own. The higher ups and the elites are saying, listen, we spent a lot of money to build you up, Drake. You're not that talented. You're not the boy. You're not the one if we don't help it go. If we don't get the wheels turning, if we don't use the machine to put you at the top of the mountain, you are not him. And you thought we was going to let you leave with our influence? No, we going to assassinate your character. We going to let Kendrick Lamar assassinate your character. And after we do that, then you can leave. After everybody believes that you're a pedophile, then you can leave. After everybody knows that you don't write your own music, then you can leave. Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. Now you can leave. Now you can go. And listen, we not only going to let Kendrick Lamar call you, certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Wop, 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 dot, fuck 'em up. One of my favorite parts of the song. We not only going to let him do that, but he's going to win 5 Grammys for calling you a certified lover boy and a certified pedophile. You know the last person to hold 5 Grammys like that? That was Lauryn Hill. That was the miseducation of Lauryn Hill. You thought that picture was constructed. No, that was not a coincidence. Kendrick Lamar holding those 5 Grammys is the same way Lauryn Hill held those 5 Grammys. And those are the only 2 people to do that. And guess what? Kendrick Lamar won 5 Grammys calling you, Drizzy Drake, a certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Oh, it don't end there. Oh, you thought it was over? Hold up, homie. Not only is he going to win 5 Grammys for calling you a certified lover boy and a certified pedophile, but we're going to put him on the biggest fucking stage in the world, the Super Bowl halftime show. And we not going, and listen, I know, don't worry about it. He performing the song. And K. Dot said, certified lover boy, certified pedophile at the Super Bowl. He said, you're trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor at the Super Bowl on the biggest stage in the world. Are you done, Drake? I don't know. I believe Drake is done when it comes to music. I believe that to the people that matter in America, I don't care if you go around the world and you go to other countries, they don't fucking matter when it comes to this hip-hop culture. They don't matter. It don't matter if you do a concert at FIFA. The Super Bowl is what it is. So when it comes to music, I believe the higher-ups and the elites got their point across. I believe the higher-ups and the elites destroyed Drake. And they used Kendrick Lamar. They use one of our dopest lyricists, pure FBA culture, to do it. You got to know something. A white boy couldn't have smoked Drake like that. Jonah Lucas, a mixed breed, he couldn't have smoked Drake like that. It took pure FBA business. I'm talking all black Negro American. I'm talking foundational black American to smoke Drake like that. Because, when you put that blackface on, Drake, you was representing FBA culture. When you put that blackface on, you was disrespecting foundational black Americans. Nobody is bigger than the program. Nobody is come on, homie. You gotta been breaking forward, and that's what you did. Drake is done. Aubrey Graham probably should be an actor. He could go back to Nickelodeon, certified lover boy, certified pedophile. They might let you go back to Nickelodeon where the babies is at and get the acting and all that. Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor, it's minors on Nickelodeon and all that. But as far as you doing hip hop, as far as you saying something that we believe, We don't believe you. You need more people. Drizzy Drake, we don't believe you. You need more people. Hip hop it's a wrap. The higher ups in the elite have checkmated. It's over. It's done. Game over. Again, so much symbolism. So many different angles that came with that Super Bowl performance. Game over. I can't make this up, man. 935 people in this chat right now. We about at 1,000 people right now. Let's let them talk one more time. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button, man. We almost at 300.
This whole shit, this whole industry gets turned upside down. Watch this, bro. Drake uploads God's Plan on a digital distributor for whatever money it is, less than $10, right? Fine, you pay for the beat, 10, 20, 30, 40K, whatever it is. Pay for it to get mixed, 4 racks, cool. So you're all in, tops, 50K, tops. That song, you owning it forever and getting paid weekly on it, bro, you're making $1 million a week off of that song. Like, life. It's like, different. If Drake right now, completely independent, if Drake right now posts a link on a picture on the gram of his new album, link in bio, fuck a link in bio, new album out, fully independent, Drake will make.
Salute to the chat. Hold on real quick, guys. Okay, I'll see you when you get home. All right, drive safe. Keep your eyes on the road, all right? I leave out in the morning. I gotta be there at 9. So keep your eyes on the road, but I'll be here when you get off. All right, love you. Had to handle that business real quick. Let's let Russ talk again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, strong information, because you got to understand something. Yeah, she look, she wrinkled up that jersey and all that. She wrinkled up that jersey. I know it feel good to hate Drake right now. I know a lot of people like the fact that they can hate on Drake, that they can talk bad and they can disrespect and they can make fun of BBL Drizzy. And I understand that, but it's deep, it's wicked, and it's always deep in the rap. And it's only right that I give you that pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. It's only right that I point out what's really going on, because it's easy to just hate on Drake. It's easy to just talk bad about him because he put himself in a position to be talked bad about. But the higher ups and the elites are always at play. Always. You thought it was a coincidence they let that go down on the biggest stage in the world? And it ain't a lawsuit, it ain't a lawyer, it ain't a judge, it ain't a prosecutor that's gonna be able to stop that. The damage has already been done. Big salute to the chat, man. Listen to this. Listen.
If Drake goes independent, this whole shit, this whole industry gets turned upside down. Watch this, bro. Drake uploads God's Plan on a digital distributor for whatever money it is, less than $10, right? Fine, you pay for the beat, 10, 20, 30, 40K, whatever it is. Pay for it to get mixed, 4 racks, cool. So you're all in, tops, 50K, tops. That song, you owning it forever and getting paid weekly on it, bro, you're making $1 million a week off of that song. Like, life. It's like, different. If Drake right now, completely independent, if Drake right now posts a link on a picture on the gram of his new album, link in bio, fuck a link in bio, new album out, fully independent, Drake will make $10 million a week for fucking 60 weeks. That's like insane.
Drake is about to get the biggest bag in the history of the music business by far.
He should.
Because, well, A, he should, and B, they don't want that to happen. Because the day that happens, you might as well close the business down. Drake goes independent, the music business is over. If Drake goes independent, the music...
If Drake goes independent, the music business is over. It's over, B. Now, I'm going to go with one more angle with this Drake situation. Right? Because, you know, the more the downloads get the download and, you know, the downloads get the download and I can't stop him. And the more I look at Drake, what I see and what the downloads are telling me is spook by the door. Spook by the door. Drake is a black and Jewish kid that grew up in a Jewish community, that made Jewish relationships and grew up with Jewish people, right? But he loves hip hop. He loves the culture. And his daddy is what makes him a black man. You know, like it or not, he's considered black, but he's a mixed breed, right? His daddy is full into the culture. He sings blues, he sings all this stuff. His daddy is from like Mississippi or Memphis, Tennessee. He loves the culture. And what he thought he could do is get up under these Jewish people because he's partially Jewish and get the information, get the money, and run back to the niggas. He did whatever he had to do. He put blackface on. You know what I'm saying? He makes songs with Sexy Red talking about let the coochie breathe and all that. I mean, he did everything he could do to make the higher ups and the elites, you know, believe that he was a part of their coalition. I'm with you guys. You know, I know my dad is black, but I'm Jewish, man. You saw me at the bar mitzvahs. You saw me in the community. You saw me doing the, you know, getting all that stuff done with the bar mitzvahs and all that. I'm a part of y'all. And somehow, some way, they kind of believed him. Yeah, he's Jewish. He's with us. He's a powerful puppet, and he's a powerful tool. Because he got that black in him. You know what I'm saying? So we could put him over there with the blacks. We can manipulate them. We can monetize and capitalize, and he's really with us, not understanding that he was a spook by the door. If you don't know what a spook by the door is, Google it, read the book. But all spook by the doors get found out at the end, homie. Nipsey Hussle was a spook by the door. Nipsey Hussle was an African from Eritrea. A full-blown African. He's not black, but he participated in black culture. He awakened black culture. And he thought the same thing. Nipsey Hussle thought the same thing. He thought he was going to get up under these higher ups and the elites. He was going to lead with gang activity so that they really couldn't see his real pure intentions. And then after he got in there, he was going to get the money, he was going to get the information, and he was going to take it back to Crenshaw and Slauson, and he got his head blown off. Now, Drake, he's in too deep. He's too big of a puppet for them to just delete him. He's too big of a puppet. They have invested too much money and too much time into Drake to just Nipsey Hussle him, you know, get him knocked off, get his snot back rocked and all that. They got to do it this way. They have to not delete Drake, but they have to delete his character. See, they don't want to assassinate Drake. They want to assassinate his character. They want to assassinate his character. And Certified Lover Boy, Certified Pedophile did exactly that. Wop, dot, fuck 'em up. Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. The whole crowd was singing it. A character assassinated. Character assassinated. You'll never drop another song that's gonna take us there like God's Plan or Mob Ties. You know what I'm saying? Or any of those songs that you did. You'll never be able to really leverage the community, leverage the culture like you used to do, Drake. It'll never happen again. With the thought of you being a certified lover boy and a certified pedophile, that's like the worst thing you could do in our community. That's worse than being a rat in our community. That's worse than being a snitch. Being a certified lover boy, certified pedophile, wop, die, fuck 'em up. That's worse than being a rat. So I wouldn't care if you do an album with Party Next Door. You think we want to hear you singing and all that? We think you think we want to hear you talking sexy and all that? After what Kendrick Lamar said about you? After what Kendrick Lamar said about Baca, you think we want to hear you? I just want to get it in, you know. Hit it from the back, you know. We don't want to hear you talking sexy, homie. We don't want to hear no sensual love songs from you, homie. You know what I mean? I just wanna get it all. I just wanna live it up. Nah. That's not it. What the fuck you doing, boss? Hey. Tone it down, homie. Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Wop. We don't want to hear you singing about, we don't want that. You think we want to hear you talking gangster? You think we want to hear you talking and jumping around? Yeah, but I wanna get it and you think nah. But I just wanna dance till it's over, and I'm far from more. You think we want to hear you talking gangster? Nah. We don't even know if you writing your own songs anymore, Drake. Mob Ties, you didn't even write it. Salute to Vori. One of my favorite Drake songs. Sick of these niggas. I'm sick of these niggas. Hire some help. Get rid of these niggas. It was what it was. It is what it is. Whatever you did. I used to love that song. You didn't even write it. They put you in a checkmate. They didn't just check you. They made out the screen, homie. They done blacked out my screen. I ain't never had this happen. 757 in the chat. Big salute 757. 700. Let me know if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. This big 757 Virginia, man. With that being said, Drake, it's a wrap, homie. Game over. Game over. Last night was a declaration of war. Last night was a declaration of what's to come in America. And what I want to tell you is, it ain't got nothing to do with us. The mink will inherit the earth, homie. 40 acres and a mule is what you owe us. And guess what 40 acres is worth right about now? Yeah. You know what? You can keep your mule. How about you 40 acres in a John Deere tractor? That's what you owe black people in America. 40 acres in a John Deere tractor. So either you can give us the 40 acres or you cash us out. Oh, and 40 acres is worth a lot of fucking money right now. A lot of paper. Last night was not done for your entertainment. Last night was done as a declaration of war. Last night was done as a declaration of war in the end, the game over of Drizzy Drake, of BBL Drizzy as we know it. Last night was the sayonara. That was the sayonara. That was the goodbye. Now, Drake is a highly talented young man. Drake is a highly talented. So I don't know what the next move is, but culturally, for hip hop, it's over. I wouldn't give a damn if you sing, if you rap, if you tap dance. We don't want to put some blackface on again and we might accept you. Do this. You know what, Drake? How about this? Come back like this, and we might accept you. Last night was not for your entertainment. You want to be entertained? Go with Kamala Dick Harris, Sexy Red, Cardi B, and Glorilla. But tonight, that was not the message. That was not the goal. And I'm gonna tell you something. Salute to Kendrick Lamar for understanding the assignment. Ain't that what y'all say? He understood the assignment. Salute to Kendrick Lamar for understanding the assignment. Video games all in the stage and all that. You got all these black men making up the American flag. Let me tell you something. It's a war going on outside. You got immigrants being deported all over America. You got people being sent back to their home country all over America. Man, women, child, old folk, don't matter. Who are the only people that don't need a passport to be in America? Who are the only indigenous people that don't need a passport to be in America? We, FBA. I don't need a passport to be here. I don't need a green card to be here. I'm just fucking here. It's a reason for that. If we was really Africans, oh, they would have made us get a green card. They would have told us, hey, y'all are descendants from Africa, so y'all need a green card to be over here. Who are the only people that come over here, don't need a green card, don't need a passport, and are not foreigners? White people are immigrants to America. Caucasian people sail to America on boats. They are not indigenous. We are the only people that are indigenous to this land, homie, and we do not need a passport. It's a war going on outside. All they did last night was try to enlighten you, try to inform you. So since it went over your head and under your bridge, here we are. Here we are, babe. It's a beautiful thing. You tapped into the realest on YouTube. There's no way around this. No way around it. How you like them apples? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Put it in your pipe and smoke it. I told you, it's pure dope. Straight off the brick to the bottle. But you ain't got to put it in your bottle. You can get the smoking right now. Light it up. Light that dope up right now. Now, my next live stream I will be doing in about an hour or two. We are going to talk about the war that's going on outside. I just kind of went into deportation, immigration. We're going to talk about Cat Williams. We're going to talk about what happened at his recent show. We're going to have a conversation because I need y'all to understand, now that y'all know that was a declaration on war, I want to really point out what's going on. You need to know something. All that waving your flag of your country on American soil, that shit going to make you a cartel member. That's going to make you a terrorist. It's about to get real in America. It's about to be a real situation. And I'm going to use a whole live stream to break this down. I'm going to use a whole live stream to give y'all this game, because what you got to understand is y'all have been committing treason on American soil. All of you, with your Puerto Rican flags, with your Mexican flags, with your Jamaican flags, with your Haitian flags, with your African flags. This is America. This is America, homie. And y'all have been committing treason on American soil. And I'm going to tell you something. They are in the process of signing paperwork that if you are waving one of your flags from your home country, we're going to send your ass back to your home country. Again, who are the only people on this soil that don't got to worry about that? Foundational Black Americans, the Foundational Black Authority. We are the only ones that really don't got to worry about that. Let me show you something. Big salute to the chat. Yeah, we are the only ones on this soil that don't have to worry about that. The only ones. Let me find something for you. Let me find something for you. We are the only ones that don't have a flag, but guess what? Even that's about to change. And I'm going to end with this. We're going to end. Salute 750 people in the chat. Hit that like button. We're going to end with this. Foundational Black Americans have a flag that has been produced. And another beautiful thing that I saw at last night's show was the appearance of that flag for foundational Black Americans, for Black people. And it was being waved in the face of Donald J. Trump. It was being waved in the face of the President of the United States. I'm going to show you something. Big salute to the chat. Look at this. Right there is the flag being raised. I can't play the music because you already know how they do with this YouTube thing. That's the flag right there. That's the flag. Right there. And maybe it's a Palestine, maybe it's one of those. But what I'm telling you is the flag has been produced. The flag has been produced. We have a flag. And what you're going to understand is we will be able to wave our flag in America. But you guys will not be able to wave your flag. It's treason what y'all been doing on this soil. And we're going to talk about that. Big salute, man. 800 odd people in the chat. 900. We've been turning up. Hit the like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are going live again in a couple of hours. And we're going to talk. We're going to get deep into the situation on what we saw with Cat Williams. This shit is going to get real. It's getting real. And what you need to understand is, again, this is not our war, FBA. Foundational Black Americans. This don't belong to us. All we got to do is sit back and let the chips fall where they may. Wherever the chips fall, we going to be all right. Wherever the chips fall, it don't matter. But for all of you immigrants and all of you treasonous people on American soil, you about to kiss the ring. Respectfully, they're going to make you kiss the ring. Big salute to the chat, man. Let's look at something. I want to get a little bit deeper into this. We're going to have some more fun with this. We're going to have some more fun with this. Yeah. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Yeah. I like that. I like that, man. Ain't no way you gonna stop this foundational Black American this movement, homie. Let me see something. Let's check this real quick. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button. $630 people in here, man. Salute. Where y'all from out there? Where y'all from? Let me know where y'all from in the chat, man. Let me know who we rocking with. Let me know who I'm locked in with. Let me know where you from. If you in the chat, that means you hit the subscribe button. That means you locked into the channel. Let's tap in. Once we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm gonna start going nationwide. I'm gonna pop up in your city. Staten Island, salute. Cincinnati, Shark City, Norfolk, yeah, NYC, Oregon, Michigan, Big Jersey. I see you, OG Bobby Johnson. Richmond, salute. Cornwall, yeah, San Francisco, Norfolk, VA. Mailman, I see you in the chat. Fort Worth, Texas, what it do? Philly, yeah, Big Wrenches, Lisa, I see you. Philadelphia, you see the jersey. You see what we doing. Connecticut, yeah, Colorado, Dallas, Brick City, salute to Jersey, man. North Carolina, South Carolina, Harlem. Yeah, Tennessee, Florida, salute to Florida. Chicago to Memphis, B-More, St. Louis, Milwaukee. I'm just trying to let y'all know we are nationwide. We are international as well. We are global. This shit is not a game, homie. Patterson, New Jersey, Louisiana, Big Virginia, yeah, all the way. All the way. Houston, I see you in the chat. What you talking about, man? You gonna get down or you gonna lay down? And if you lay down, you gonna stay down. Salute to Camden, yeah. It get wild out there in Camden, Arkansas, Phoenix. What it do, man? We in here. Let me, we gonna lock in. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for.
You see this house?
We gonna talk because I'm gonna pull this up, and we gonna get into this when we talk this next live stream, and we going live tonight because what you got to understand is this, right? This is what you got to understand. Hold on. Here we go. Perfect. I'm on a career change. So not even a career change. I'm still in the same career. I'm still driving trucks and doing what I do, but I'm about to go back over the road. I went local. Y'all know I was local. That's why I've been going live so much. I've been local. But due to Trump being in office, the money is back on the road. It's a lot of paper that I'm leaving on the table. And it just got to be done. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of paper that I'm leaving on the table just to be home every day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to still be going live from the big house, but I'm about to take y'all back on the road. I'm about to take y'all back to the money. I'm about to show y'all exactly how we do over here at Grown Man Business TV. And I appreciate y'all for, riding with me, going through this journey, going on this journey with me, going on this roller coaster ride with me. This how it's supposed to be. You understand, Charlie P? I see you in the chat. Yeah, Lisa, for sure. Yeah, for sure. They had to get down or lay down. So I'm gonna be going back over the road now, not like I used to, but I'm gonna be making a run out and coming right back home. Making a run out and coming right back home. I'm making enough money at this company where I ain't gotta stay out on the road long. I can go to Utah and come right back. You know what I'm saying? I could pull my $2,500 a week, $2,000, $2,500. I need $2,000 to $2,500 a week. I got a lot of bills to pay. I got a lot of responsibility as the man in my household. So I gotta go get this money. But you already know how we do. I'm gonna take y'all with me. I'm gonna take y'all with me. We going live again. Let's say 7:30. We tapping back in at 7:30. I need y'all to hit the subscribe button while y'all in here. I need y'all to move out, move around real fast. Hit the little X button right there. Go to get the subscribe button and tap that. I need you to hit the like. I need you to do that. I need you to make sure your notification bells are ringing. This next message is going to be real spill. All right, so I need y'all to, we are approaching 34,000 subscribers, on our way to 40K. I need y'all to hit that like button and that subscribe button. But I also need y'all to understand this. Last night was a declaration of war. Kendrick Lamar did everything he was supposed to do and more. The last thing we wanted Kendrick Lamar to do was entertain you dudes. Nah, this is not a time for entertainment. This is a time for the message. This is a time for the real. So salute to Kendrick Lamar for delivering that message times 1,000. I mean, he really showed out. Secondly, I know we all like to have fun with Drizzy Drake right now. We are all making fun. We are all laughing. We are all pointing a finger at Drake, but it's a bigger message on what's happening to BBL Drizzy. The humiliation ritual had to happen. The assassination of your character had to happen so that they don't have to pay. Listen, they don't want Drake to go independent. He really, it's a problem, homie. And if you do go independent, we'll assassinate your character to the point where you won't be able to make no money without the machine. None of those records that Drake been dropping have been sticking because the machine is not behind it. Yeah, it's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever. So listen, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest that you tap in. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man Business. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. I'm not sugarcoating nothing, and I'm not dressing nothing up. I'm giving you this game straight raw. Pure dope, straight off the brick into the bottles. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But you gonna get down or you gonna lay down, and if you lay down, you gonna stay down. You gonna fucking stay down. The revolution will be televised. This is foundational Black American business. This is FBA culture. This is foundational Black authority business. This is FBA culture. And you gonna respect this shit. And for all the years you disrespected it, you gonna pay for it. For all the years you thought you was better than Black people, you gonna pay for it. For all the years you committed treason on American soil, you gonna pay for it. Don't cry now. Get your ass in that ISIS bus, turn around, put your hands behind your back, put these handcuffs on. It was all good when they was handcuffing us. It was all good when they was handcuffing our children. Turn around, put your hands behind your back, and put these handcuffs on. Listen. You got the right to remain silent. Anything you say and do can and will be used against you in the court of law in your country, not the court of the law of America. That's why the name is ISIS. Listen. Shh. Whatever you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to remain silent. Shh, don't say nothing. We going live at 7:30, man. Big salute to the chat. You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in.